Teaching Philosophy by Harry Clark. The educators I have had who stand out in my mind have similar qualities, offering studies in a way that grab my attention, simplifying complicated issues, guiding me through complicated sections, and putting understanding into perspective so the significance was evident. These role models inspired my methodology for teaching. I appreciated the lessons that allowed me to experience and practice new tasks with hands-on application, and I carried that into my daily instructions. I prepared lessons that allow students to practice skills instead of reading or listening to instructions on new skills. My point of view is that of an organizer of learning rather than a specialist merely providing data to students. When developing a curriculum or working with students, I am always mindful of their individual learning styles and levels, what they have previously learned, and what they will need to learn in the future. Individual contact with students is vital to my methodology. Many students need encouragement to talk to their educators, so I put an emphasis on my accessibility and my enthusiasm in assisting with any difficulties or confusions they have with lesson materials. My understanding as a teacher is significantly enhanced by the contact and connections I have with my students. Every child has a right to equal education, but not every child will have the same quality of education or opportunities. As a young child raised in a single home, it was always my dream and goal to attend and graduate from college. My greatest challenge attending school, was not being offered the same programs as children from schools in middle and upper class neighborhoods. As an educator, I will be able to use my past struggles to identify with those students that may come from low income neighborhoods and single parent homes. I choose to be an example for those students, showing that education is for everyone and that they can achieve what is thought to be impossible for many students with countless obstacles and struggles. At the time the Monahan report was published, 51% low-income adolescents were living in single-parent homes. Over the next 3 decades, the number rose 75%. The percentage of high-income adolescents in single-family homes rose from 3 to 6%. Monahan's report focused on Black families, but the percentage of children living with parents has jumped across racial and ethnic groups. Between 1960 and 2013, the number of Black children living in a single-parent home has more than doubled, from 22% to 55%, according to the data from the U.S. Census Bureau. For white children, the percentage tripled from 7% to 22%. Children who were 24 years old by 2009 and lived in a two-parent family home had completed at least 14.7 years of school. Those who lived in single-parent homes had finished 12.75% or 12.75 years of school. 12% of groups of teens from single-parent homes earned a college degree by the age of 24, compared to those of two-parent homes. 38% earn a college degree by the age of 24. These numbers are alarming. For myself, I remember the time when I was in my history class in my sophomore year of high school. I used to have to go to work after I would finish football practice, or if I did not have football practice, I would go straight to work and work to about 10 or 11 o'clock at night. And I would have to catch the bus every morning about 5 o'clock just to get to school. The biggest thing that stands out in my mind is I remember my history teacher waking me up one day, Mr. Locke, God rest his soul. Mr. Locke woke me up and I looked up at him and I had a few choice words that were not pleasant, nor were they properly, nor were they respectful. I didn't care at the time because I was tired, frustrated, and angry. The system had it where my mom was working double shifts. No one from my family had ever graduated from high school. And I was struggling because I wanted to have nice clothes and nice things. So therefore I had to work my way through high school. As Mr. Locke woke me up that day, I told him how I felt, and I didn't appreciate him waking me up. He asked me to excuse myself to the office, and as I began to continue with those harsh words, he said, "Young man, do not come back to my class until you can respect yourself, respect me, and respect my class." I went down to my assistant principal's office as he was waiting for me, and he told me that he had already spoke with my mom and that I was going to be suspended from school if I did not go back and apologize. The next day, I returned back to school and I apologized to Mr. Locke. And Mr. Locke told me, "Young man, you have potential. As a young black man in this society, you're already a statistic, but you can turn those statistics around. You don't have to be a statistic that's going to be in the projects and probably end up dead or end up in prison. I'm here to help you and assist you." And Mr. Locke became my mentor. And then I joined his mentor group, and the group was called Boys to Men. As he would have us to dress up every Friday with neckties. I didn't even own a necktie, but he purchased one for me. We would have to dress up and we would have our weekly meetings. Mr. Locke ensured that I got the best education that I could. He assigned me into Typing 1 and Typing 2. Then he assigned me into French class. Then I had to take pre-algebra. These were not the common courses for a typical young black man being raised in the projects. After many of the kids in my neighborhood found out the courses I was taking, I was picked on and bullied a lot, but I did not let that stop me. After being the only one to graduate from high school between me and my two brothers, and me being the middle child, it became evident to me that I can accomplish any goal. After graduation, I did not see or know how I was going to get to college. I did not know about FAFSA, nor did I know about scholarships unless you played sports. I was not that good in sports, so that was out of the question. So therefore, I joined the military. While in the military, I earned my general associate's degree in general studies, my bachelor's degree in criminal justice with a concentration in homeland security. 6 years after getting out the military, now I'm on the verge of earning my master's degree in educational leadership. I never thought that I would ever see this day come forth. But thanks to support from my wife, my daughter, my mother, friends, and family, within the next month, I will be graduating with my master's degree in educational leadership. I use this as an example for the young men that I teach each and every day in elementary school. Many of them are coming from single-parent homes. Some of them are foster children. Some of them are even homeless. And many of them do not see another way out. I've told them my story, and many of them are surprised. I even told them my story the first time at school, and one young lady told me, "Mr. Clark, you can't be from the projects." And I asked her, "Why can't I be from the projects?" "Mr. Clark, no one in the projects has degrees." And I told the young lady, "You're right. Because people with degrees, they leave the projects to pursue a better life. So that's why you do not see people in the projects with degrees. But you can earn a degree." I'm very proud of my daughter. My daughter is in the top 10% of her class, earning an academic or scholarship. She's also dual enrollment. So therefore, while she has been earning her high school diploma, she's been working on her college courses. This has inspired me to know that if she can work dual enrollment, I can work dual enrollment also. While working during the day, I go to college at night online. This has inspired me as a parent. I want to be an inspiration to those young men that I see and help each and every day and let them know you do not have to be a statistic. Poverty does not have a choice of color, race, ethnic background, nor gender, but you can turn yourself around. Many of us as African Americans, brown, black, white, it does not matter. When poverty strikes, poverty strikes. It does not matter unless you change it, whether you're male or female. As a teacher, I understand the teaching philosophy that we have a lot of vital insight into young people. And if we were input inspiration into these young people and let them know that they can change the world, they can do anything, it would be evident that America would be a better place. I want to thank AIU for this chance and this opportunity to earn my educational degree and my master's degree in educational leadership. I want to thank them for the opportunity, the chance, and the pursuant. I also want to thank all my teachers, professors, and my fellow students for helping me thus far. Educational leadership will be that tool that's going to continue to strive and drive me. Now with the master's degree in educational leadership, doors have opened up. I'm able to become a dean, assistant principal, or even a superintendent. There are countless doors that have opened up that I would never thought would have been open. There's times now I see myself growing even more and more, even the pursuing of a doctorate. The world is open. All we have to do is pursue. All we have to do is take a chance on ourselves, not be a statistic, be a positive outlook, be a positive result. I just want to thank each and every one, my family, my loved ones, my friends, and my coworkers for all their inspiration and guidance. Thank you.